Well, this just continued the whamness of last week in a lot of ways. First off, Kamen Rider Poppi. Let her freaking not become the next casualty of the female Kamen Rider curse. It's like, Neo Heisei has been better about it. I mentioned it in the last several videos since her debut was actually scheduled, but Neo Heisei has been good about avoiding the permanent death clause, or at least the only one that's died since Neo Heisei actually began was Marika, and at least it fit the thematic of Gaim for her to die. The way she died was bullshit, I agree with that, but it was expected from the ongoing narrative of the series. Plus, you know, okay, I checked out the Kamen Sentai Go Rider webisodes, and at least she got a better exit that way than I felt she got in Gaim. Then again, you know, flaws in Gaim and whatnot, and I'm not recapping the Kamen Sentai Go Rider thing. I don't really dignify that still, because it's still a stupid idea for a crossover event, but my money's being put on that, the 3 webisodes of that miniseries being better than the actual Tyson movie, because that is how the Tyson movies always go. And yet, ironically, those webisodes were written by Kento Shimoyama, the ninja guy, who I have zero faith in as a writer because of how bad Ninja was. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm just dead on bad stuff, so it's like I'm inundated to it at this point, and I didn't see much wrong with it. But I'm not supposed to be recapping that. I like Kamen Rider Poppi. I like her design. I admit the color contrast with how bright and colorful she is doesn't work as well with the undersuit, but at least there's a better, the black undersuit allows a bit better contrast between the colors, so it's not all fluorescent shades that would make the entire thing annoying. I'm not exactly certain of the contrast between her actual Gashad being all pepper and chipper and the Buggle Driver 2 being all dark and ominous and having the same voice actor as the Kamen Rider Chronicle Gashad, because it's eventually going to interface with that Gashad for Kamen Rider Chrono. Dear God, I wish they would post listings of the Buggle Driver 2's release and the Kamen Rider Chronicle Gashad, because I want them. I want them so much. It's like, even if I just got the Kamen Rider Chronicle Gashad on its own, that would kind of work with me, as I like the whole aesthetic of the 2 devices. So yeah, I like Kamen Rider Poppi, and sadly she doesn't get much time in this episode. Pretty much as following up from last week, CR is officially put on standby by Hinata because they're trying to assess the situation and do damage control to get copies of Kamen Rider Chronicle off the market. Emu doesn't want to do that, as it's putting the patients already inflicted with game syndrome and playing the game in further danger of being killed by the system. So he doesn't want to do that. So when the patient they actually managed to get runs off, Emu follows after him, and this leads to the whole intervention by Kamen Rider Poppi, as Kamen Riders, aka the 3 doctors, are not supposed to interfere with the play of Kamen Rider Chronicle. So Poppi transforms into her rider form to prevent them from doing that. Honestly, that's an excellent setup, and ensures that we'll be seeing her for a while in this form as a forced into the series antagonist. So she's not likely to die until either late in the series, which hopefully they will free her from, try to do their best to free her from it, or you know, get her to switch sides and keep her from dying, or be able to revive her if she accidentally gets killed, due to what we've learned about the Bugsters in the last couple episodes, especially with Graphite's revival with his full memory state, in that a Bugster can remanifest another Bugster that has been made complete by, as long as they've been made complete. And it's implied in this episode that Poppi, despite joining CR, was a Bugster that managed to become complete. So even if they accidentally kill her, that might not be the end of the character, which, in my opinion, would be a good thing if they go that route. I really hope they go that route. Or at least keep her living if Emu ever figures out how to reprogram the Bugster virus to keep it from self-propagating the series' main antagonist monsters, which, admittedly, with Maximum Mighty X's reprogrammability isn't set in stone as of yet, but if they figured it out, that's probably the medium by which they'll probably be doing it, alongside possibly Muteki, when we see that in, so it was episode 26, I'd say late to end of May is when that form should be debuting, give or take. So, yeah, I'm hopeful they'll be able to avoid the whole curse with her, even with her role in the series now to be preventing the writers from interfering with the game. Unfortunately, the Bugsters aren't exactly having the best of luck with that, because Emu refuses to just stay down like everyone keeps insisting, and actively, even though he's told that if he keeps contradicting the Ministry of Health, that he'll never become a fully licensed doctor, or they'll pull what licensing he does have, since he's still an intern, and that would pretty much make him the same as Taiga with regards to the whole CR situation. And with what we've seen of Taiga in recent episodes, the reason he's been antagonistic like this is because his failure has haunted him, so as much as he's been a dick to everyone else, it's simply to keep them from falling like he did. This was all brought up and explained back when he got the Gashad Gear Duel from Kagami, and this is all part of what he expected to happen, and has been preparing for. The worst case possibility. And I'm hoping they expand more on what happened on Zero Day. I mean, I know we're getting it with his episode spin-off Snipe, to explain his whole conflict with Graphite from years back, because in this episode, Taiga's main scene is encountering the revived Graphite off while he's, I don't want to say sulking, but it is kind of what he was doing at the time when they encounter each other, and Graphite pretty much just antagonizes him to get on his level. That's literally what the episode says, and I presume he's now at least much higher level than he used to be. Maybe above 50. We don't really know the leveling states for everyone else at the moment, but yeah, it's like he's being all mysterious about this, so who knows at this point where they're going to take that, or if what the relationship is between them. I really hope they get to that in episode 0. Kagami also has his own thing here, where he's still a dick about following orders and prioritizing, the medical operation stuff and that, but it more seems like he's conflicted and repeating those words out of habits, and there's this different intonation his actor is using when repeating those words, like it's expected doctrine, and he doesn't believe those words implicitly anymore, with the fanaticism he used to, or the situation is one where those words aren't helpful or going to, he's out of his depth, and it's pretty much just a culmination of the egocentrism and arrogance we've had before with him, where that his reliance on his own personal rules keeps him detached and not in a good working relationship with the others. Whereas here, I think what they did with it is pushed it once more so we can have the big, to hell with these beliefs, people are in danger, I'm going to go work with Emu moment that Emu has been trying to push for so long, and this might have been the final breakthrough to get them working more as a team, since they're pretty much in the worst case possible outbreak scenario with the game virus. Who knows if they'll backslide on that? It wouldn't be the first time that they just work together because their goals in a specific situation co-aligned. Maybe I'm reading into something that they're going to forget or backslide on again next time. Who knows at this point? X-Side's kind of been reinforcing this element of the story over and over again, what they didn't really need to. I mean, there's still the differences in personalities, not coming into play, not playing off of each other. The differences in personalities keeping them from having faith and like trust and reliance on each other when these things get bad. So they still don't have the working relationship I wanted to see between Emu and Kiria before his death, is what I'm getting at. And I feel that's really what these three need, as despite them all being pretty much allies now and not going to backstab each other, there's not much feeling of trust between them. And I think to resolve the Bugster mess, that's probably what they need to achieve next between them. But at least, I think the end of the episode, the build-up to the final fight, is the best part of it, as at this point, those infected with gaming syndrome think they just need to solve it themselves. The CR is not going to do anything, the Mystery's health is not going to do anything. They just need to use this power they've gained and grasp their own fates in their own grasp their fate in their own hands to win through. And that is, of course, the trap of Kamen Rider Chronicle. The Ride players are too weak in strength and ability, and it's just making them think they can win just so the Bugsters can kill them within the confines of their own game. And, of course, that's horrid. That's horrid. That's horrifying. That's absolutely brilliant. And especially with how the Kamen Rider Chronicle rule set has set it up so that they're supposed to be distrustful of the main riders and all that, and that's following through. And then shows Emu saying that no matter what, no matter who dies, I'm going to keep fighting to save people because that's all I can do. And it's like, that's a Kamen Rider. That is the perfect. You've achieved it. You've achieved the resolve. You've achieved the conviction. You achieved the mission statement right in this moment. And it's always by not questioning what to do. It's not keeping yourself ignorant to the world. It's just doing what you can to help resolve the situation. Even if people end up dying, I'm misphrasing because there are some riders who don't get this or use it in situations where the win conditions to save people are, locked between stopping other people with it is not the right time to be discussing that, but nonetheless, it seems like he's fully in tune with the central morality, central compass of conviction that's needed and desired from the best Kamen Rider series. So this was definitely his I don't want to say the crowning moment of awesome, since he's had a few of them in the series, but definitely crowning moments of conviction here to just reassure all the other players and save their lot, to actually convince them to let them save their lives. And as a result of it, they all give up their copies of Kamen Rider Chronicle after the battle, and it's because their faith has been fully restored in the people trying to save them, and that is now going to spread through the internet to the other players. And complementing this is Minister Hinata finally answering all the rumors about the disappearances, the dangers of the bug syndrome, its connection to Genom Corp. He just says, it's all true, we've been working as best as we can to contain it all, and we now have people in place that have shown their success rate in saving people, so please place their trust on them. It's having them actually back up the people that are doing their best to resolve the situation, and, you know, it's like, Kamen Rider has this undeniable spirit of rebellion to it, in that they're fighting against a world order that is attempting to usurp reality, and the writers are the ones who must inevitably fight against that encroaching world order that is wrong, and do everything they can to stop it. Not every writer has succeeded in that. And it's not the first time we've had a government organization which people usually are distrustful, or, you know, keep secrets, to end up lying to people for their own good or for their own machinations to, it's rare we've seen them fully back up the people that are out fighting. It's not like yeah, a lot of organizations in Kamen Rider in the Heisei era have been backing up or creating the rider equipment, but not quite like this. Even with Drive, while they were assisting, it ended up assisting the Drive Riders, it was always just this small group segmented off from the greater organization of the police that was working with effective autonomy. This is, I don't even know what to call it, but it's like they have their backs and are going to support them how they can, even though, you know, they're their bosses. Or I guess there's still some level of detachment, but considering they still take orders, I'm doing the air quotes because they defied orders because of Hinata's to actually go out and fight, but it's like Hinata did that so they could figure out the situation and how to best contain it. They did it because of that bureaucracy, people's lives were in danger, and even Hinata was doing it more out of expectation of, you know, bureaucracy, and then he himself rebelled against that to support them because even he knew it was right, and there was no time for this political bullshit to complicate saving people's lives, as he was in that situation before. All in all, it's more fitting with the Neo Heisei respecting the roots of Kamen Rider, while also challenging it in a modern era kind of thing, that I feel has helped differentiate the Neo Heisei from the Heisei run, where much of the time they felt derisive of the older Showa ideologies, and the Showa ideology, where it often got distilled into a difference from what Ishinomori wanted to do, and also the just same repetitiousness of it, where, you know, I don't want to say all the characters were the same, but they did go through a lot of the same stuff, when you think about it. New details for Maximum Mighty X, which I thought was kind of different. Emu jumping in and out of the armor while still operating at level 99 power levels. That was interesting. Admittedly, it was showcased from the hits he took that when he's just in the standard action gamer suit, he doesn't have the full physical capabilities or defenses of while being in the suit, but the suit still has a level of autonomy to support the faster combat plays of the base action gamer suit. So it's like, it's almost seeming as the maximum mighty armor is partially controlled by either his bugster or normal self in there, where they're still operating sort of co-op, but the interactions between them are more synced up for them to allow them to use the ride armor effectively. I don't know, maybe it was maybe it was a difference between how they were editing the scenes and how they were intended to play out, but it seemed like the maximum gamer armor still seemed mobile and active even when Emu was out of it. Maybe I'm just misreading the scene or its intent in that, but him jumping in out of it to battle Parad and overwhelm him was quite well done with the whole chaos of the battle. So overall, I think this is one of the best episodes of the series we've had so far, with balancing all these elements. An introduction of Poppi, a worsening situation for everyone around them, and just resolving at least the first part of the Commoner Chronicle arc with the first set of patients and the base level bugsters. So round 1 cleared. What's going to go down in round 2? As I'm not recapping any other series right now, I think I'll cut that here. So yeah, good episode. I'm wondering if I should actually recap Common Sentai Go Rider, but honestly I want to just stay away from the spring movie stuff as it is. So yeah, I'll see you around next time.